Ever notice how July just kind of sneaks up on you? Like you're just getting into the swing of summer,
Right.
and then bam, it's July. So this month, we're diving deep into 50 July journal prompts. It's from Lestallion, but hold on. Before you think we're rushing you toward fall.
Yeah, yeah.
This isn't just about journaling. It's about unlocking something kind of universal, something most people totally miss.
I'm with you. It's like that feeling you get at New Year's to reinvent yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
July's got that same hidden power,
Right.
even if it's smack dab in the middle of the year.
So you're saying even if someone's listening to this in, like, October?
Exactly. It's a psychological thing. Temporal landmark, they call it. And Lestallion's tapped right into it.
See, that's what I love about these deep dives, always learning something. So it's more than just journaling then, it's using that energy for self-improvement.
Absolutely. Reflection.
Yeah.
That's the key here.
Yeah.
It's about taking a step back, looking inward. And journaling provides that space. It's backed by tons of research, by the way. Really helps you process things, make sense of your experiences.
Okay, so we're not just randomly writing here. And I noticed these prompts from Lestallion, they're not random either. They've got them grouped into these themes, right?
Oh, yeah. They've got a system going for sure. So we've got personal growth. Then there's exploring nature, a little creativity sprinkled in.
Yeah.
Relationships. And, of course, it's got to have that reflection and gratitude, right?
It's like they've mapped out the whole self-improvement journey.
It's a framework. Each theme pushes you to explore a little deeper.
I love that. So we've established that journaling, it can be super beneficial.
It's huge, yeah.
But how does Lestallion make July the perfect time for this? I mean, yeah, it's a temporal landmark, but do these themes really make it a launchpad?
Oh, absolutely. And that's where things get really interesting.
All right, so let's get into it. What were some of the prompts that jumped out at you? Let's start with personal growth. What did Lestallion have in store for us there?
Well, they have your typical set your summer goals kind of prompts.
Right.
But there's this one that's like, write a letter to your future self
Okay.
about what you hope to achieve in the next 6 months.
Ooh.
It's not just listing, it's envisioning who you want to be.
It's like you're having a conversation with your future self. Accountability right there. Okay, so that's personal growth, but sailing goes kind of outdoorsy on us with this exploring nature theme.
Yeah, some were a little on the nose. Like, describe a sunset.
Yeah, a little Hallmark cardish.
But then there's this one. Write about the sounds of nature you enjoy most, and WHY.
Huh. Simple, but...
Right. But it ties into this whole thing now. Researchers looking at how nature sounds, they impact us.
Yeah.
Birdsong,
Yeah.
running water,
Hmm.
like actually reducing stress hormones, helping you focus. Powerful stuff.
So it's not just about, like, enjoying a nice day. There's a practical angle.
Yeah.
Love that. Speaking of senses, though, the creativity prompts.
Yeah.
That's where things got kind of wild. There's one that, it just grabbed me. Asks you to pick a color that represents July to you.
Oh, yeah, I like that one. It's fun,
Yeah.
But it gets at how linked our senses are. Some people, they even experience it strongly, synesthesia, where sounds have colors or tastes have textures. This prompt, it's like it's nudging you toward that kind of sensory experience, even if you don't have, full-on synesthesia.
Like a mood board for your whole month, but just one color. I dig it. Anything else from that section before we move on to relationships?
Oh, there's one where it asks you to write a poem about, get this, the sounds of summer.
Ambitious.
Yeah. And even if someone's like, oh, I'm not a poet,
Yeah.
just the act of trying, it can unlock things creatively.
That tracks, like, why poetry slams are so popular. Getting it all out there.
Exactly. It could be super cathartic.
Okay, relationships. Now this one threw me for a loop. I was ready for the classic gratitude letter prompt.
Right. Standard stuff.
But Lestallion, they went a different direction.
Yeah, they've got this one about resolving conflict, which, honestly,
Yeah.
with everything going on these days,
Oh, yeah.
pretty timely, I'd say. Like,
Yeah.
we're all navigating disagreements with people we care about, right? So this prompt, it's an invitation to think about how we approach conflict.
To, like, hit pause and be mindful about it.
That's
Because
right.
it's so easy to get stuck in those negative patterns. Super valuable. Okay, last but not least, reflection and gratitude. Anything stand out to you from that section?
Oh, for sure. There's this one. It's like, describe a positive change you made in your life recently. Simple, right?
Totally. But it's easy to forget those little wins when you're, like, chasing bigger goals,
Completely. We get so caught up in the big picture, those small victories,
Mm-hmm.
they slip right by.
And this prompt, it's a good reminder to celebrate those, To acknowledge how far we've come, even if it's just a small step, can really boost your mood, keep you motivated. It's like that quote, right? Journey of 1,000 miles.
Begins with a single step.
Exactly. And that's kind of what these prompts are all about, aren't they? Taking those small steps one at a time.
Totally. It's not about checking boxes or doing every single prompt perfectly. It's about finding what resonates with you.
Making it your own. And speaking of making it your own, I did want to touch on something else Lestallion has on their website.
Oh, yeah, they're journals.
They're gorgeous. Like, seriously, those things are beautiful.
They are. And I know we're not here to, do a sales pitch or anything.
Of course.
But there's something to be said for, the physical act of writing in a journal that you genuinely love, the feel of the paper, the way it looks. It can make the whole experience that much more enjoyable.
It adds a little something extra, for sure. Okay, so as we wrap up our deep dive here, we've talked about journaling, self-improvement, even a little bit of synesthesia.
It's been quite a journey.
It has. But before we go, I want to leave you with something to ponder. Remember that prompt about writing a letter to your future self?
Yeah.
If you could ask that future self one question, something that would give you the biggest aha moment when you read it later, what would it be? Think about it. Maybe even jot it down somewhere. Because self-discovery, that's an adventure that never really ends,